Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel. Tap the notification bell. I would appreciate it majorly. So, I wanted to do a second video about this missing soldier from Fort Hood in Texas, which is south of Dallas, north of Austin. I think she's originally from Houston, and her sister, who's from Houston, I believe is there now in Fort Hood or in the Fort Hood area, which I believe is Killeen, Texas. I don't have the map up here right now, so but just wanted to follow up on it. I sort of was looking into it more last night and thinking about it and stuff. So the Army has offered a $15,000 reward. That was out. That was breaking news or new news last night for any information leading to her credible information leading to the whereabouts of missing Fort Hood soldier, Private First Class Vanessa Guillen. So she went missing on last Wednesday around 1 in the afternoon was the last time she was seen by somebody in the parking lot of one of the facilities where I believe she works on base. And I don't know, it's not clear who saw her, I guess just after she went missing and people realized she was missing, somebody, came forward and said, I saw her in the parking lot, and that's the last time she was seen. But her ID, her badge, her keys, most of her belongings were found at her desk where she was working earlier in the day. The only thing that was basically missing is her phone. I believe the authorities believe she has her phone with her. I didn't read through the specifics. I don't know that I need to necessarily do that again. But and if anybody has any information, they're asking for people to call 254-495-7767. That's for Army Criminal Investigation Command or department or division. I'm not sure what CID stands for, the D, or the military police desk at 254-287-4001. And but her car was left on the base, and initially in my first video, I was saying why, I'd be shocked that wasn't picked up on surveillance being on a military base. I think Fort Hood is a huge base. I'm pretty sure of that, but after reading a little bit more on it, it seems as though there's not a lot of surveillance cameras on the base. I don't know if the base is slightly antiquated in that regard. I suspect it is. And so there's not a lot of surveillance cameras. And so that's probably why, it's not necessarily on camera or the authorities haven't necessarily revealed that. But she had to leave on foot, and somebody had to either pick her up or she had to leave on foot because her own car was left there. Let me see it should say here. The 20-year-old Guillen was last seen at 1 p.m. on April 22nd in the parking lot of her Regimental Engineer Squadron Headquarters, 3rd Cavalry Regiment on Fort Hood. Her car keys, barracks room key, identification card, and wallet were later found in the armory room where she was working earlier in the day. She was last seen wearing a black t-shirt and purple fitness-type pants. An extensive search continues by military and civilian law enforcement and Fort Hood military members. Guillen is Hispanic descent, 5 feet 2 inches tall, 126 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Her military occupational specialty is a 91F small arms artillery repairer. Her home of record is Houston, Texas. So, like I said, there's now a $15,000 reward for credible information leading to her whereabouts. And I was, I was looking at her Twitter account the other day, and I want to just talk about that real quick once more. And that's where I have been focusing for sure, because there's something about it that just kind of bothers me. And there could be a simple explanation for it. It could. But real quickly, over at heavy.com, they had noted somebody had posted on Facebook, according to a Facebook post by a friend, her phone pinged in a couple locations in Texas the day she went missing, but authorities have not confirmed this information, and the post is no longer visible. So it's not clear if this information was accurate or not. It's not known if Guillen was last seen by a specific person or on camera. So that was just one thing I wanted to mention. But that post, whatever friend posted that, and it's not listed there here, you know, indicated that her phone pinged in a couple locations. We don't know if the authorities are keeping that sort of close to the chest or if that was just, not true. I mean, I don't know how a friend would know that. I don't think that's even possible, unless, I don't know. I mean, I know you can have family members or friends too, I'm sure, where you can track each other's locations. So um, maybe a friend or a family member had shared that information, and that's what got posted, and then it got pulled back down. It's possible. I think in this 5 piece, it says that she has her phone, or they suspect she has her phone. I didn't prepare super well for this, but just bear with me, man. Come on. Your phone pinged. There it is, right there. All right, Dust. It says her car keys and wallet were still at the base, but she may have had her phone with her, and I suspect she did. And it says in this the Statesman article that her sister's now has traveled from Houston up to Killeen, the Fort Hood area, and was staying in a hotel at least as of Monday, as of yesterday, just waiting for any kind of news from the authorities and to help in any way. Her boyfriend's there too, according to this article. So, and then I'll just quickly touch on the Twitter thing that's just sort of sticking in my craw. It's just kind of bothering me. And like I said, there could be a very simple explanation, but so Mayra, who's her sister Guillen, and she's on her Twitter feed throughout it, down deeper, how proud she is of her. I think getting through basic training or joining the army, and friends saying similar things, and how hard of a worker she is and stuff. So Myra Guillen suspected something was wrong the next day when her sister's boyfriend said she was not answering text or phone call. Actually, that's deeper down in the article. Myra Guillen, sister of 20-year-old soldier who went missing from Fort Hood last week, said she sat anxiously in a hotel room near the base Monday as she waited for any news regarding her younger sister's disappearance. Officials asked for the public's help in finding the missing soldier. Myra Guillen said officials plan to search the base for her sister Monday, but said that she received no updates as of 7 p.m. Today was supposed to be a major search. Myra, who lives in Houston and traveled to Killeen to search for her sister. I'm just hoping someone speaks out that this is already day 6 and nobody has said anything. Fort Hood officials Monday said they were expecting an update from the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Command, which is heading up the investigation, but had received no new information by the end of the workday. Myra, I'm sorry, my computer's locking up. Myra Guillen said the last text conversation she had with her sister was the night before she disappeared. The pair talked about Vanessa's plan to buy a new car, she said. However, Myra suspected something was wrong the next day when her sister's boyfriend said she was not answering texts or phone calls. As soon as I saw the clock strike 9 p.m., I knew she wouldn't be working from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. That's when I started getting in touch with her sergeant. Myra Guillen said she and Vanessa's boyfriend have been in Killeen, since her sister was listed as missing. A Facebook page called Find Vanessa Guillen was also created by her family to provide updated information on the search. She's such a hardworking girl and positive. Myra Guillen said she wanted to go into the military for a better opportunity. I feel completely lost right now. I don't know what to do, she added. And again, the phone numbers where people can contact for if they have any information. So, like I mentioned in one of my previous video about this, that I just found it odd that her Twitter account, and this is her Twitter account to the very best of my knowledge. I'm almost certain that it is. And, it's got her call signal on it. That's her right there. This is, it's her. And it shows you all of her progress in the military as she's getting through basic training and stuff like that. So, sorry, again. But the thing I had noted is that her Twitter account retweeted things on the 24th. That's 2 days after she went missing. So, and there's 3 tweets from the time she went missing, that are basically just all 3 are retweets of other people saying, share this, my sister. One is her sister, one is her boyfriend, one is her best friend, I believe. Right? She's pictured with this person earlier in her Twitter feed, as being very close friends. I think they're best friends. So, like I said, but they're all 3 on the 24th, which is 2 days. She went missing on the 22nd. So it's one of 2 things, unless there's something else that I'm not thinking of, which is, either, there's probably, there's a number of different possibilities, but the two most likely are that either somebody has access to her Twitter account, okay, and it's just tweeting from her account, accessing her account and tweeting from her account to spread the word, and it's totally innocent. That's possible. Although I will say, most people wouldn't share their access to their Twitter account with other people. Even with a boyfriend. With a wife, yes, I could see that. But even that, because it's just all your private messages. It's possible, but it's just not super, super likely. We all have some aspect of our lives that is totally private and personal just to ourselves. And I don't know that you would share your access, to your account with a very close friend or with a boyfriend, But it's possible, and then that's just the innocent explanation. The other explanation is that this is coming, and normally, I don't know. I have multiple Twitter accounts that I use, a backup Twitter account, and they're all on one place on my phone, and you can jump from one account to the next. So if somebody does access to her Twitter account, and they just have multiple accounts on their app on their phone, on their Twitter account app on their phone, they just jump from one account to the next. That's the innocent explanation. But the other thing is that this was retweeted from her account from her phone, and I don't know, that was kind of what I thought is the more likely possibility, So, and that would mean, it's whoever's responsible for her disappearance, retweeted these things from her phone. I don't know. That's just a possibility. I wouldn't say it's a great possibility, but it's definitely a possibility. And I noticed that her boyfriend, it's weird, in her retweets, they're all on April 24th, but her boyfriend's tweet is at like 1 in the morning, I think, 1:25 a.m., okay? And her sister, this is her sister, and her best friends are like around just after midnight, the same day, 12:03, just after midnight on the 24th, and her best friend is 12:19. So they're basically the reason I'm noting that is because her boyfriend tweeted later than these 2 other tweets, but whoever has access to her phone or her account retweeted her boyfriend before the other 2, even though he tweeted this himself later than the other 2. So she retweeted this first, even though this came later than these 2. Now, initially, initially, I was a little suspicious of the boyfriend, and but you have to ask yourself, I mean, why would the boyfriend be that stupid if he if he has her phone and I don't think he would be that stupid. So what it leads me to believe is that if any of my thinking is correct, is that it's somebody that knows the boyfriend, that's an associate or a friend of the boyfriend. Or it's just aware of the boyfriend, and so that's it. And that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. And that's the story there, man. Hopefully she turns up okay. It's now Tuesday, and it's almost a full week. Tomorrow will be one whole week, and that's a lot of time. Her sister and I is worried to death. Like she said, the sister said she and her boyfriend. I guess her boyfriend's from Houston, like her sister, I assume, but I don't know. And I think he's a relatively newer boyfriend, but I don't know that either. I mean, I'm just going by when they started following each other on Twitter, and he started following her like after January of 2020. That's pretty recent. So, but I think she's new to Colleen from joining Basic back in 2018. She's young. She's 20 years old. That's the story there, man. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for your patience in my jumbling around. Later, man.